Hello, and welcome to Pueblo Library's Animal Storytime. This is Paula at the Jidone Library, and I will be reading you stories about fabulous foxes, and they are fabulous. And then Rebecca from Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center will be showing and telling you a bit about foxes and their behavior. But first of all, let me read you a book about foxes' behavior. It is called How to Find a Fox. It is written and illustrated by Nyla Magruder. Watch the fox and what he's doing as this little girl is trying to take a photograph of him. How to find a fox. Find a foxhole. Any foxhole will do. The best foxes are at home when you visit. Doesn't look like he's at home. Take out your fox bait, place it somewhere easy to spot, hide, and then wait quietly. Wait a little longer. Maybe you should try a different approach. Look at the fox. Tread slowly over the ground. Foxes have keen hearing. You don't want to startle them. Be sure to look for fox tracks. They're like dog tracks, but sneakier. Where's the fox? Take a picture of a family of raccoons. They have bushy tails, kind of like foxes. Put out more bait. Wait longer this time. Oh no, you waited too long. She fell asleep. Lying around won't bring foxes to you. Keep looking. Stalk through the grass. Make fox calls. Search by the stream. Make more fox calls. Roll down a hill. It won't help you to find a fox, but it's fun. Maybe you need a change of perspective. Climb a tree. Slowly, carefully. There he is. This picture is so long. There she is. There's the fox at the bottom. Climb down from the tree. He's getting away. Run, run. You've got to be quick. Don't lose him. You lost him. Kick a rock. No, wait, not that one. Kick a smaller rock. Lie down on your back because it's hopeless. Perhaps this was the wrong day to find foxes. Maybe you should just give up. You want to go home, but you're too tired. What do you do now? Take deep breaths. Close your eyes. Take a walk in your mind. Now's not the time to give up. What you're looking for is closer than you think. You've got a feeling that it's staring you right in the face. Some days, a fox doesn't want to be found. Some days, he wants to find you. Congratulations. You are a master at finding foxes. See the way that fox behaved? He kept teasing her, didn't he? That's a fox for you. And so now, let's go to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center, and they will tell you a bit about the red fox.
Hi everybody, so these are our red foxes. We have 3 red foxes here. This right here is Scarlet. She is a very, very good girl, and she is in here with her companion, Rhett, right there. Scarlet here loves to meet people that come into her enclosure. She loves to pick on Rhett a little bit to get him to give her attention. She loves to hang out in the sun. You can see how mischievous Rhett is right here. Foxes are very, very intelligent, so intelligent that he knows exactly what I have in my treat bag right here. Some fun facts about foxes. The most common color is red, but they can also be silver or black. Red foxes are some of the most successful meat eaters in the world. And that is because they are so adaptable, so cool. They can eat plants or animals, so they're known as omnivorous. What I'm feeding them right here is some dehydrated chicken. I also have some blueberries, which they both really, really like. So you can see red foxes during the daytime or at nighttime. So that means that they are nocturnal or diurnal. So watch out when you're driving in the car or if you're taking a hike for this beautiful red color. One more, Scarlet. All right. But not all red foxes are red. So let's go see a really sweet example of that over in our next enclosure. I'll let you in on a little secret. Don't let Scarlet hear me say this, but I think Rhett might have a crush on Zoe. So don't tell Scarlet, but let's go see Zoe. Let's pause right here. Hi everybody, so these are our red foxes. We have 3 red foxes here. This right
Whoops,
here is
excuse me
Scarlet.
about that.
She is a very, very good girl, and she is in her...
Now, let me read you a book about Faraway Fox. It is written by Jolene Thompson and illustrated by Justin K. Thompson. Faraway Fox. This was the forest where I lived with my family. We used to race through the undergrowth and rest under the great shade trees after playing all day. As kids, we spent our summers splashing in the stream and catching frogs while our parents went out to hunt. My sister would always catch the most. I wonder where she is now. And where's my big brother? We both loved the water, and we'd have contests to see who could swim the fastest and the furthest. My mother is a great hunter and taught me well. She's so fast and so quiet, the prey never hear her coming. I miss her advice. He seems to be in a city, doesn't he? I miss my father too. He and I once came across a deer that had fallen into a hole in the woods. It was too deep to climb out. The deer was trapped. Like me. He's trapped on the wrong side, huh? I was separated from my family. Now my only company is these strange creatures. How do they stand on their hind legs for so long? Right here on the sign, it says future site of County Wildlife Preserve. What are these creatures digging? I remember having to dig burrows with my family. This one says, future site of Highway Wildlife underpass. That's what they're building. It took a long time. So we would all take turns to make sure it was big enough for everyone. Well, that's a pretty big one. This new burrow is empty. It's hard to believe. Did they build this for me? Could it be? See, he went under the highway. After all this time, I am home. And these are real. They are building all of these underground tunnels so that wildlife can go back and forth and they don't get stuck on one side or hurt on the highway. So let's go back to Colorado Wolf and Wildlife, and Rebecca is going to show you a different red fox.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is sweet Zoe. She is the newest member of our family. Let's see if I can get her on my lap. I don't know. How about up here, baby girl? There. So she is the newest member of our family. She came to us from a couple of humans that really loved her, but they knew that she wasn't as happy as she could be. So when she lived with her original humans, she lived in their house. And she wasn't able to go outside and dig her dens and chase stuff and hunt like wild animals should, right? So she wasn't as happy as she could be. So her humans gave her to us so that she could live her best life. When she first got here, she was a little reserved. She was shy. She didn't want to talk to anybody, and she didn't really know how to eat all the food that we were giving her, which is the natural thing that foxes should eat, raw meat. Today, she loves raw meat. She is very, very quick to eat it. She also loves interacting with people. You can see that she's not afraid at all. She also loves playing on all of these toys that we have here. So let's see if I can play with her. Let's see if we can get her to jump down this tube here. I guess she didn't think the treats were worth it. That's okay. So Zoe here, you've probably noticed, is black in color, right? So that is a natural color for red foxes. Red foxes can be black, silver, or red. Now, of course, red is the most common color. You don't like that? What a picky, spoiled little girl. She doesn't want to eat the kibble that I gave her. That's okay, baby girl. So yes, she is black. Although that is a natural color, she is not naturally black. Her family was inbred at a fur farm to create this black color. So those fur farms are really, really bad places. These extremely intelligent, she just went down her little hill. So see how happy she is? We also have a trampoline here for her to play on. That's really fun. So she's a lot happier than she was. So back to those fur farms, they can be really, really nasty places. So for example, they inbreed these animals. The inbreeding is really, really bad for them. It causes them genetic problems, respiratory problems. They can get really sick a lot easier due to this inbreeding. So the best way to stop animals from suffering is to not buy fur, especially not from fur farms. Also, be sure to tell everybody that you know that synthetic materials or materials that are man-made are much more effective than fur. So there really is just no reason for animals like sweet little Zoe to be suffering like that. One more try, Zoe? No, she made her decision. She doesn't want it. Bye-bye, Zoe. Thank you so much.
And back. Wasn't that fox so cute? And a red fox that's all black and gray. Isn't she pretty? So thank you to the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center for sending those videos to us and telling us a bit about their foxes. And let me read you another book called I'll Always Be Your Friend. It is written by Sam McBratney and illustrated by Kim Lewis. And I am reading this with permission from HarperCollins Publishers. I'll always be your friend. These have nice big pictures. Once upon a time, there was a little fox. The little fox and his mother were playing in the fields. They played running games, sneak up and pounce games, and stand completely still games. And when their shadows grew long in the evening, they played jump over my shadow games. Mother Fox looked away to where the sun was going down. It's getting late, she said. We'll stop playing now and get ready for the night. The little fox scampered away through the long grass. I'm not coming, he shouted. You have to try and find me. Mother Fox looked over her shoulder. It will soon be dark, she said. We can play again tomorrow. But the little fox didn't want to wait until tomorrow. He wanted to play another game, and he wanted to play it now. I'm not your friend anymore, he said, and I'm not going to be your friend again, ever. Oh dear, you'll never be my friend again? Asked his mother. No, never, ever. The little fox lay very still in the long grass. Everything was quiet. He watched some tall meadow flowers swaying in the breeze. Something fluttered above his head, and looking up, he saw the early evening stars. Could something be watching him? Well, I won't be your friend for a long time, he said. A long, long time. And how long is a long time, called his mother, until I'm big. Then I shall just have to wait until you're big, sighed his mother. The little fox glanced over his shoulder. Did he hear whispering behind him? Or only the swish of the wind blowing through the meadow grass? Something could be getting ready to chase me, he thought. Something really, really nasty with pointy teeth and sharp claws. And his mother wouldn't even know. Well, I think I might be your friend tomorrow, he said. No answer came. Was his mother still there? Or was he all alone? The little fox stood up on his back legs and saw that it was getting dark. There were shadows and strange shapes everywhere. He began to run. He ran and ran from all the things that might be just behind him. Then he saw his mother waiting for him in the last of the daylight. With a rush and a hop, the little fox jumped up and held tight to his mother's soft fur, and he knew that nothing could get him now. I'm glad you might be my friend tomorrow, said his mother. The little fox stretched up to whisper into his mother's ear. There was one more thing that he wanted to say. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. I am your friend now. Oh, good, his mother smiled as the little fox settled down to sleep. That's very good, she said softly in the dark, because I'm your friend too. And do you know what? I will always be your friend. How sweet. Such pretty pictures too. I'd like to read you one more because this is a short one. It's fast and it's very, very funny. It is called Hungry Hen. It is written by Richard Waring and it's illustrated by Carolyn Jane Church. And I'm reading this with permission from HarperCollins Publishing. Hungry Hen. There once was a very hungry little hen, and she ate and grew and grew. And the more that she ate, the more that she grew. Up on the hill lived a fox. Every morning the fox stared down at the farm, and the hen would come out of her house looking bigger than ever. But every morning as the fox began to sneak down toward the farm, he would stop and think, if I wait just one more day, the hen will get even bigger. And so he waited and waited and waited, and the hen grew bigger and bigger. And the fox grew hungrier and hungrier, and thinner, until one day the fox looked down at the farm, and all he could see was the hen's enormous head squeezing through the door of her house. The fox could stand it no longer. He began to run. He ran and ran. He ran faster and faster, straight down the hill, through the farm, and crashed through the window into the hen's house. The fox looked at the hen. The hen looked at the fox. The fox licked his lips. And just as the fox was about to pounce, the hen bent down and gobbled him all up. Surprise ending. The hen gobbled the fox. Well, thank you for listening to Fox Stories. And you can get a kit, a craft kit, at any of the branches. You might have already picked up one. Inside the Fox kit is 3 coloring sheets, all with stories from Aesop's: The Fox and the Grapes, The Fox and the Stork, and The Fox and the Crow. You can read the stories and color the pictures. Then also, there is a craft stick, all of the materials you need to make this craft stick fox head. You have the 3 craft sticks. You want to glue them together in a triangle. You can use white glue for this, but if you happen to have hot glue guns, the low heat ones, they work really well too. So glue those into a triangle. You have orange cardstock to cut a triangle that you will glue on the back, making sure that you show all of this as the cardstock. And then cut out triangle ears from that and glue those on the back. And then you have 2 eyes to glue on and a nose down there, and you have a craft stick fox face, which is fun to make. And then the last thing you have is on the front of the sack. It is a very simple origami fox head. So you need a square sheet of paper, preferably orange. But then again, Zoe was a black fox, wasn't she? Black and gray. So you could use that too. And then just follow the simple instructions and you will make an origami fox face like that. And then after I folded it, I colored on his nose and gave him some eyes. So there's that craft too. So you can pick up that kit at any of the branches. And thank you for joining Animal Storytime. You have a good day.